Hey everybody, it's Chris Peterson from the OnStage Blog Theatre Podcast at OnStage Blog. Just want to give you a quick kind of reaction to the Wicked trailer that we got last night during the Super Bowl. Now that I've had 20 hours to absorb it, to think about it, to formulate a proper opinion after the shock value had worn off. But first and foremost, for context, you all need to know how big of a Wicked fan I am. And I've huge fan of the show. Seen it live, I think, at least 4 times. One of the first shows that I became obsessed with following to Broadway. So I remember patiently awaiting to see what the reviews would be like, and its out of town tryouts, and which I believe started in San Francisco and all the way up to the Broadway opening and whatnot. I remember racing home from my college graduation in June of 2004 to watch the Tony Awards. So I left literally the graduation ceremony, drove home 4.5 hours just to get home to watch the Tony Awards, to watch it lose to Avenue Q and be very confused. But anyway, in hindsight, that was the right decision, though, just so we're clear. But we got the movie trailer, a movie that I've been waiting 20 years for. We finally got the trailer to start to kind of see what it's looking like. And I have some thoughts, because most of it's positive. I'm a little confused about a couple things, so we'll get into it. But real quick, it looks fantastic. The look of the film looks incredible. I mean, John M. Chu knows how to design a movie. We saw that with Crazy Rich Asians. We saw that with the Step Up movies. We saw that with In the Heights. The man knows how to make a movie look good. And so there was no doubt in my mind that this movie was going to look really spectacular. And it did. The set pieces, both practical and digital, looked great. They made it very clear in the marketing in the first trailer that this had a lot to do with The Wizard of Oz, so there was no confusion about that. Once again, just like in Mean Girls and The Color Purple, it did its best to hide the fact that it was a musical, which, again, with Mean Girls and The Color Purple, I guess you might be able to get away with a little about that, but this is Wicked we're talking about. This is one of the most anticipated movie musicals of this century. So you're going to have to lean into that. You're going to have to lean into the fact that it's a musical. And so, and if we don't start seeing musicalness in these trailers, you're going to start pissing off fans left and right. So let's just make it very clear. This is a movie musical. It is the musical movie event of the year. What also made it a little confusing, though, was you saw a lot of scenes that either don't take place in the musical or are very clearly in what I am assuming is part 2. So I'm kind of weirded that they, first of all, they didn't say Wicked Part 1 in the trailer. And then number 2, why are you putting off a bunch of different things that are clearly in Act 2 or Part 2 in this trailer? So that was a little weird. Anybody, the cast looks good. I mean, anybody who knows me knows that I have various feelings about Cynthia Erivo based on my encounters with her, but she looked great. Ariana Grande looked great. And I giggle because of the whole Ethan Slater thing. And yeah, we'll see. I mean, again, it's, to me, Wicked is the greatest layup in the history of movie musical-ness. You can't screw this up. And if they do, I'm just going to shake my head and just be angry as a fan. But I do believe it's going to be great. I don't understand why they're still splitting into 2 movies. That doesn't make sense to me, and I think it's going to fail financially. There should just be 1 movie. If it's 3.5 hours long, it's fine. So yeah, but those are my thoughts on the Wicked trailer.